We have Morehead State coach Paul Cox soccer team after a pair of games today, actually really two halves of a game, but both cases we came out ahead. We played Pikeville first and then Fairmont State second. So let's start with the Pikeville game. Offense was really kind of the story there. We had a lot of people who were able to contribute offensively. What'd you see out of the group that you liked there?
I think the big thing is we had 3 forwards and they all scored. That's always positive. We've scored now 7 goals. 6 of them have come from our front 2, and then the other one come from Kieran that was in the Fairmont game. So our kind of front 3, if you will, have contributed to all the goals. So I just think that we moved the ball a little bit better than we did against Charleston before spring break. I think it was a first game with a new group, and then we've worked on things after spring break, through the film room, in training, and it's starting to come together. So I think to be really picky, I think we could have scored more, but I think the moment we got the first one, it kind of started to snowball. So it was good to just create different chances and get different people on the score sheet.
Offensively, thus far through the spring, what have you seen from the group that you liked?
I think there's just a little bit of freedom from and confidence from to play. So Carly Thurman scored against Charleston. It was ruled off for offside, but the finish was unbelievable. And then she did the same today. She just redirects the cross, and I think it's a real striker's number 9 finish that you don't see in a lot of forwards. It was a great finish. So I think it's the fact we're scoring different types of goal. I think Carly Gilbert is really starting to come into her own. We're able to play off her as a target player. We really didn't have a target player in the fall, and there was a throw in that went in from Molly into her. She just guided it on with a chest, and it went into the path of Kieran. We were able to switch it out the other side. So it's just seeing some of the ideas that we have in training come into fruition on a game day now.
Okay, one other thing about that first game was you really everybody got the chance to contribute in a variety of different ways. So some of the folks that didn't play a lot or had limited roles in the fall got a chance to contribute. Anything that you liked, that kind of the depth you were able to use today in that first game?
Yeah, McKenna Young has now played 135 minutes, I think. No, more than that, maybe 150. She played 90 against Charleston. She played 65 today, and we put her into a big role. Anna Lawler filled that role in the fall, and she's kind of stepped in, and she's learning and she's going, but she's doing really well. There's little things that we can tweak and will help with film, but she's really stepped into that role. Kind of threw Gwen in at left wing back today, and it helped that she was on our side and we could coach her through a few things, but she started to see it and started to do things the way she did it. Carly Gilbert. And I told you this after the fall, that she was going to be a massive player for us moving forward. And 3 goals in 180 minutes it speaks for itself. I just think and again we've had new players come in, and Faith Pepper's come in and join us mid-year, and I think that it's going to be a scary thing what she's going to be like in 4 years.
Okay, let's switch to the Fairmont game. Really more of a defensive effort that we had to put forth. We did score, but defense really was able to do a lot of things. They had a couple set pieces, they had a couple shots, so we had to defend more. What did you see on the defensive element in that game?
Yeah, we did get, I think their keeper was unbelievable. I think she made 3 match-winning saves where it could have easily been 2 or 3-0, 4-0 on a different day. But defensively, we changed our kind of pressing style from Charleston in today that I think that we did in the fall, and it just suits us better as a team. I think we're a little bit more structured. There's some things that we can do a little bit differently individually that again we'll address on the film room and then into training. Just little things like just standing them up, forcing them a certain way, doubling down, those types of things which we were able to coach in the flow of the game, but it's something that we will reiterate kind of going forward.
Okay, and finally, again, kind of the same question from the what you've seen out of the club so far spring defensively as you've gone through practice. What have you liked?
I just think it's that our shape is good. I think the way we set up in a certain area and try and force it into a certain area and then try and win it, the shape is good. The thing that we need to improve on is the winning it part. I think making the actual physical contact of it, and I just think that's the way that soccer's moving. Not just in Morehead, Kentucky, but worldwide. It's almost become a chess game, and things are a certain way, and the old-fashioned, just shoulder to shoulder, getting aggressive. Those types of things seem to go out the window a little bit. So that's the thing we need to improve on. But in terms of our shape and understanding of what the shape looks like and where we have numbers up and numbers down, it's been pretty impressive, especially with it is a new group. I've had a new group every semester so far, so it's just good that they it's always asking for clarification. I'm do you understand what I want from you? And it always is yes. They ask good questions, they always want clarification, which I want from from them.
Well, good. Let's hope that the success we've had thus far in the spring and obviously from the fall continues to carry over. So, Coach, congratulations on today's results. Appreciate your time, and best of luck as we look forward to final 2 spring games and then into the fall.
Sounds good. Thanks, Pat.